Hello and welcome to Crafty's Theory of Learning. So welcome to the teaching and learning video, the dreaded video. But don't worry, this is just a quick outline to tell you my opinion of what is teaching and learning. So we could start with a simple question: what is teaching? Teaching. Well, everybody knows what teaching is. I'm not going to belittle the intelligence. The teacher gives out facts, tries to get a student to learn, and are they successful? Totally depending on the case. But teaching requires somebody to teach to. This is the important thing. Teaching is dependent on the student, but not the student on the teacher. And this is the this is a vital fact here. So we kind disrespect the student in any way, and sometimes we do that, unfortunately. And we need to reverse that, because if there was no students, there would be no teachers. Simple as that. And when we move on to learning and find out what is learning, well, this is the more complicated question to answer. Learning has many aspects. Yes, teachers are important in the learning process, but the student can also have many different sources to learn from. A student can learn from other students, from their mistakes, which we'll talk about later. They've got a variety of different media to learn from. It's not just in a classroom, and this idea of learning, it's old, and I don't want to say it's bad, because that's just wrong to say that. But what's important is the interaction between them. Now, if people are not learning well, then this interaction is not working. So we have to change it. We have to find out a different way to do it. This is what I hope to do, what I hope to achieve. Because through my experience as a teacher, sometimes I learn more from my students than I knew the previous day. Because sometimes a student has a certain moment of inspiration, says, "Oh, so you mean this?" And I react and say, "Yes, that's what I do mean." And I use that in the next class. So you're constantly learning. And if a teacher is so set in their ways, well, get rid of that teacher, I'm afraid. If they think they know it all, they don't. That's the problem. Other approaches from learning are vast. You could just practice, for example. This is what we're looking at in the next video. Doing, practicing, trying. These are all learning processes, and they are sometimes more useful than sitting at a desk and trying to be receptive, because again, that is very dependent on your concentration, which is another important part of the learning process. Concentration is difficult sometimes, especially in a 6-hour stint at school, or where you're at university, or wherever you are learning, or even if it's on an online course, sitting in front of a computer. Concentration does affect you. This is why we have to mix up the learning process. And this is how we're going to do it. We are going to attack it from various angles, not just one way. And when we have a problem, we go and try a different technique, or we see what the problem is and see if we can find a new way to look at it. I think this is the important thing, to be flexible in the approaches we have, in the techniques we use. And this is why I want to do this series and these Crafty Learns series. So we're gonna, in the next video, we're gonna learn. It's gonna be a bit more, not technical, but it's gonna be a bit more involved with deeper aspects of the mind and such things. So please do watch it. It's important, because it's the core of every process, basically. And if we understand that, then we're on our way. So thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. And have a good one.